Want to throw the theme song in? Yeah. We'll start it off.
Let's kick it. Yeah, man. Let's kill that bass head. Alright, let's do this. I'm on the air, we got this pockets flow. It's me and Tony on the mics, we gotta let you know of current events, little gaming, sprinkle in some entertainment. We stay humble, but our moms still think we're famous. Turn up the bass and baby, maybe let that magic flow. Our spoken word is all the things you really wanna know. Having a good time on the show, T-Bows and Matty G. Tune in and hit subscribe and join us on the FAPs.
Welcome everybody to the Freaking Awesome Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Bowes, and sitting next to me is my celestial life partner in the heterosexual way, Matty G. How you doing today, buddy?
Not too bad, man. You know what's funny I was thinking about today? We used to tag our episode numbers, right? I wonder what we're at now.
We're up and around the 70s. Actually, we got a couple back episodes that still need to be played, but from the live point of view, I think we're sitting at around 76, maybe. So, yeah, I know. Where the time has flown, I do not know.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's well, we're still stuck in the COVID time vortex.
Yep, exactly. So, I mean, what does time mean anymore at this point?
Nope. Einstein was right.
Right.
No such thing as time.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought it'd be a good time to do a little chit chat before our guests arrive tonight.
Yes. Would you? Well, I did something interesting last night.
Really?
I went and I ate all-you-can-eat ribs for the first time in over a year.
Oh wow! Was that at Montana's?
I did. Yeah, yes. I went to Montana's with a few friends, and we've been doing really good about the social distancing. You know that, you know us. Yep. So
yeah, I know
we're
bubble.
We are the rule followers, but I decided to go out. Kingston's been in really good shape as far as cases. Yep. So we decided, why not go out, and we had a great time. It was really nice.
Good. Excellent. Now my question for you is, did you do the beef ribs or the pork ribs?
Okay, so great question.
Yeah.
They do not do the beef ribs anymore. And I was so sad because I specifically asked for them, right? Because I was like, hey, by the way, are you guys still doing? And they're like, no, we don't do it anymore.
I wonder why. I wonder if it's like a import-export thing or...
Well, I'd imagine...
Big ribs. Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. They were like, the bones were like that big. So
yeah, exactly.
I think it's probably around cost because they kept the cost the same, right? Around $30.
Okay.
I think it was $29.99 for all you can eat. I mean, that's a good deal on ribs. It always has been.
If you're going down through a bunch of ribs, yep, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, beef ribs. If you're going through those, I mean, you could easily eat $60, $70 worth of beef ribs. You know what I mean? Cost.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine it was just too expensive for them to maintain.
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe people weren't getting the beef ribs as much. Everybody's just kind of used to picking up pork ribs at this point, right?
Well, they were off menu, right? I don't remember them being on menu.
Yeah, you might be right, actually.
So
I knew they were there because of you, actually.
Yeah, as I'm saying, they were off menu, and I didn't know that they were on there because I didn't see them on the menu until a friend told me when we were there. Mm-hmm. So it's just like this word of mouth thing.
Wow, that's still pretty cool, Like I said, that's it's nice that they're opened up, and it's nice to be able to do a rib night. I kind of miss those moments, and hopefully they'll be back soon. But I guess my other big question for you is, how many ribs did you put away?
Okay, so I've been on a new diet. I'm starting to slim out a little bit, which is good, and I've been eating a lot of salads. So last night I specifically had a very small salad around 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yep, and
I put back 2 full racks. So I'm proud of that. That's a lot for me.
Yeah.
So I've seen people eat 4 racks, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
But I did what I did was so they have 4 flavors on all you can eat night, and so I did 1 of each flavor.
Excellent.
So because they bring it out in half racks, right?
Sure. Cool.
So
and here's our guest.
I can't. I make money because of this. God, you're so worried. You're such a Republican. Hang on. Well, our camera's not on.
This is great. We'll go through. We'll wait for them to realize that we're listening.
Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. There you go. I'm so sorry. I came in to come on, and the computer did a refresh and started all over, and it wouldn't start.
That's quite all right.
Damn you, Microsoft.
Then I brought another computer in, and it wouldn't get me into my email. I don't know why, so I've been freaking out. But hi, we're sorry we're late, but we're here, and I love this little thing, live with Jimmy and Ron with our pictures.
Excellent. You know what? I just realized that it kind of crosses my head. Maybe I have to duck down a little.
Tony, you're ugly anyway.
It's true. Everybody comes for your looks anyways. So.
What kind of language on this show?
Oh, you know what?
You use those dirty words? I'm going to leave the fucking show if you use those dirty words.
So here's my disclaimer to everybody who's going to be listening.
I'm going to leave the show.
Hey, Anthony. Hey, Maddie G. It's nice to meet you guys.
It's wonderful
You
to see
too.
you both. You know, I was going to give everybody a quick disclaimer when you showed up. We are labeled as explicit. However, if there is anybody watching tonight and they have young children in the room, don't go anywhere. Just put earphones in because we want Jimmy and Ron to be themselves, unedited and unabashed. So it is.
I need earplugs. I can't hear this guy at all.
You have to. We don't have any plugs.
You can't do earplugs here?
I can give you one.
Yeah, one is good.
Okay, keep talking.
I was gonna say, do I need to turn up my
like a chick
microphone?
says to you, you know, a woman says to you, she's got big tits, right? She said, one tit's killing me, but you could squeeze the other one. So you say, well, one is better than none, right? Same thing with my ear. Analogy, right? Well, why are you perverts smiling and laughing like that? Look at you. Who's the good-looking one on the right? Jordan handsome.
I'm gonna say that you must be talking about Matt.
You're nice looking too, but the other one's better looking.
It's true. It's true. He's here for the eye candy, actually.
Are you guys madly in love or just having an affair?
We're just like super buds.
We're plugging in. The genius who couldn't get us on the air is plugging us in.
Doesn't matter. You can only use one because otherwise I can't hear.
Well, you can hear. There we go. Now we
Watch out, Astro.
Okay, let's talk.
Perfect. Wonderful. Hopefully you can hear us fine.
How we coming through, boys?
I hear from one ear.
That's all you're going to hear is one ear.
Well, that's the bad
It's fantastic. Jimmy gets to listen to me and Ron gets to listen to Maddie.
Yes.
Perfect.
No, we can hear. Can you hear him?
Wonderful.
Testing.
I'm 80 years old. What can I do? I'm lucky I pee, let alone hear. Wait till you're 80. You think it's a hard on every minute? It's not.
Just run Viagra constantly for me. That's what's going to happen.
Because there you go. Matter. At 80 years old, if Charlize Theron walked by, laid on the floor naked, spread her legs, you'd say, well, listen, did I have lunch yet?
It's true. It's true.
Amazing.
Wonderful. How are you gentlemen doing today?
We're good.
And how are you guys doing?
Excellent. Doing really, really good. I have to admit, I was really nervous to have you guys on the show today. First of all,
fuck you, nervous.
Well, only from a point that I was totally paranoid of what I was going to wear.
Yeah, you wore a sweatshirt. You
no, it's a sweater.
Oh, it's a sweater.
It's a sweater.
Oh, excuse me. That's good. Sweatshirts I don't like.
No, it's okay. I don't travel in sweatpants or sweatshirts. I feel I call those.
You look very nice. You look very handsome.
Thank
you.
Yeah,
you look like Colin, the comedian Colin, whatever his name is, from the 90s. I forgot his name. He's in those.
It's boring. Move on.
No, it's not boring. He's a big, huge comedian. I forgot his name, but he's in a million movies.
Wait, you have more cameras than me, you homo.
That's okay. Where are you guys? Where are you guys?
We're located in Kingston, Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
Oh, freeze your balls off.
Well, that's where my my whole outfit or my attire came from. The fact that I didn't know what to do, and then the weather decided for me. We are a scorching 17 degrees Fahrenheit today. So
I would kill myself. Here in Palm Springs, it goes down to 45, and I wear fur.
It's crazy. It hits like 35 out here, and we're all jogging in shorts.
I love Canada. You know, when I lived in New York, I used to go to all the gay bars up in Toronto. Fabulous gay bars. Really cute guys, too. And I loved it up there. I love Canada. In the summer, I went to Sherbrooke where my French friends were. I had a ball. I once made the mistake of going up in the winter, like January. Well, my tires got stuck to the ice in the morning. And they had heat in the floor, which made me vomit because the heat was so intense coming out of the floor.
Yeah.
And then I looked at people with beards outside. Snots were frozen in their beards, and the spit on this was disgusting. So I said, you know what? Canada is only good in the summer.
Colin Quinn. His name is Colin Quinn.
Oh, Colin Quinn. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I got
You
to
kind
tell
of
you,
look like Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I also went to Banff, the most beautiful place in the world, Banff, Canada.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you ever been up to Banff?
I have not personally.
Oh,
It's
take a ride. Go,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
It is it's heaven. It's I've never seen anything quite like it. Canada is a beautiful country, very beautiful.
It's especially beautiful in the fall. The colors are absolutely amazing here.
Yeah, but summer's better. July is better.
Hey, we don't like cold.
No cold.
Yeah.
I don't even like California. Or I've lived in California majority of my life. I don't even like Palm Springs. I'm dying to get back to New York. I miss my New York friends because they're alive. They have dirty mouths. They're fun. The Californians are very prissy. You know, you say fuck.
That, yeah.
No, if you say fuck, they go potty mouth, like little sissy fairies. I'm gonna smack them all.
Yeah, we're pretty much the same up here. We drink a lot of beer and we cuss a lot.
We swear.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, my New York friends, the women are more vulgar than the men. I mean, I have a very good friend. She keeps talking about my dick, and I keep talking about her tits.
They know Eileen. Eilen's the one who set this up.
Yes, huge Eileen fan. We love her.
Eileen Jugs.
Yeah.
She got the biggest tits in the history of woman. Anyway, Eileen keeps saying, "Show me your dick," and I said, "Please." And then I said, "Well, show me your tits." So she showed me her tits, and I showed her my dick. Well, she's been in love with me ever since. Nicknamed me Tripod. So that's the relationship I have with my wonderful New York friends.
Amazing.
I love and adore. I love every one of them. They're so down to earth and real. Out here, they're so full of shit. Phony. I mean, you know.
It's one of the things we love about being able to connect with gentlemen such as yourselves in the celebrity world is we love the people who are real. And that's what this show is all about. It's just people being able to see the men behind film, the people behind the camera, behind the music, and who they really are. So I really like the fact that, you feel free to come on and just be yourself.
In fact,
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
My buddy was Jane Russell, the legendary actress. You know, Jane Russell is Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn Monroe. Yep. And Jane and I were like brother and sister, and we were identical. She hated phonies. If somebody would say to her, "Oh, Jane, let's do lunch," she'd turn around and go like this to me. She hated phonies. Anybody that used to bullshit her, like, "Oh, Miss Russell, I adore your work. You're fabulous." She'd look at them and say, "What? What are you talking about? What work?" You know, I was in a movie. I mean, she just was a real down-to-earth person. My buddy Lainey Kazan, who I hope to be working with in a film called The Gift of Magic soon, is another down-to-earth broad. Lainey is from Brooklyn. She's a Jew from Brooklyn, and she's as wonderful as they come. A real Brooklyn, New York Jew. If you know.
So why don't you let them talk?
Why do I want to let them?
It's their show.
Hey.
Oh, is it their
We're
show?
good.
It's their show. You're a guest. They haven't
I'm
asked
the
you a
guest.
single question, and they haven't said a word.
It's true, but it's okay, Ron, because you know what, we're going to come back because I really want to talk about your new movie that you're working on because I've been kind of following a little bit of things that you've been talking about it, so we will get to that. Now, one thing that we love to do before the show kind of fully kicks away is we have a couple humorous news articles, and we love, and our guests, or hopefully our guests will always be involved, but our viewers love it when guests such as yourself just kind of kicks in and listens and gives their point of view on this. So Maddie,
Why I brought the pad or no?
No, yeah, hold on to that.
That's
Hold on
later.
to that. We got a special surprise for you for that one. So
Okay.
excellent. So Maddie G, why don't you tell us what your news article of today is?
Absolutely. So article is carpool lane driver found to be using mannequin for a passenger. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
That happens all the time in Florida. That used to happen all the time when
What
I
is
lived
he
in
talking
Florida.
about?
Yeah.
Okay, they're bringing up a news topic, and I think they're going to ask us what our take is on the news topic.
Well, what did he just say? I didn't understand
He
the word.
said
Something about a machine.
he said no. He said in the carpool lane somebody's driving with a fucking mannequin.
Oh yeah, in LA they do that all the time.
yeah, so
But he's going to ask a question now.
No,
no, well, I was just gonna read out the article. So the California Highway Patrol, this one was in Cali. So Said a driver using Tony. Do you have the picture of this one that I sent you?
Yeah, give me a couple seconds. You read
Okay. All right, I'll read it. The picture's hilarious. So they're using a high occupancy vehicle lane, and pretending that they were traveling with a dummy, but the police this time said it was the best dummy that they had ever seen made ever, and it was wearing like a little COVID mask. Tony's gonna bring up the picture, but this dummy looks so real. I don't even know where the person had it made. Do you have it, Tony?
Yep. Give me 10 seconds. It's just taking a little. It's time.
Well,
so
in the meantime, I have a funny story. It was in the newspaper. A guy was seen by a cop with a mannequin, and the cop went over. When the guy saw the cop coming, he pulled the mannequin down, and the mannequin's head went in his lap. And the cop said to the guy, "Oh, they do that too?" And I thought that was the funniest thing I had read ever. You know?
That's hilarious.
Does the mannequin do that too? Like he was giving the guy head. But I wonder if
there you go.
If they gave him that looks real.
Actually, that looks like a real, like just like an old person real.
I
Right?
thought it was a real person.
All
too.
wrinkled.
Old Wrinkles is old?
Huh?
Are you an ageist?
No, I'm not an ageist.
Wrinkles?
But he's wrinkled.
Old? You dare use those words in front of me?
Yes, yes.
You little
You're young.
So fantastic job, but they did fine the guy $470.
Wow.
So
Oh well, you didn't get away with it.
I bet you
Yeah.
that mannequin cost a lot more than $450.
that's what I was thinking. I think that's the funny part, right? He said he had been using that mannequin for a year. The guy had.
Okay, so then he got away with it for a long time at least. So
You're even better off paying for the whole, because it's not that much money.
yeah, it is.
How much?
It's like $13 a day or something, and you'd use it for and he used it for a year, 5 days a week. That's like 60. It's a lot of money.
Well, you live
Yeah.
in New
It's
York.
$3,000.
Live on Long Island in New York and go over our bridges.
Oh yeah, that's
And
out
then
of my
you see
ear.
you know how much our bridges are? $12 each way. 12. I bet they're up to $15 now each way.
That's crazy.
Fucking
Wow.
ridiculous. What, to go to New Jersey? New Jersey's not worth $30.
What are they paying for? The bridge is already fucking built.
Right.
I know. But that's the George Washington Bridge.
Yes.
When I was a kid, we used to go to a drive-in movie on the Bronx side. It was the best drive-in. They had it dark, so you could make out with your girlfriend, get laid. Nobody knew. Anyway, it was a good drive-in. 25 cents to go over the George Washington Bridge. Now it's $15. I mean, talk about inflation.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I feel like that is a huge inflation on just trying to get laid, if that's the case.
That's right.
Well, it's a pity that inflation goes to bridges and not penises. Nobody would complain if their penis inflated to some huge size.
That's
So
true.
we shouldn't complain about
Yeah.
the
Well,
bridge.
maybe not on the guy's point of view, but some women.
It's so true. Even the guy with the biggest cock out there looks down and is like, yeah, I could probably use a couple more inches.
Absolutely. Greed is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Well, because there's always some chick that needs to be filled. And usually those chicks have been running around since they're 14. So like they used to say years ago, you better nail a board to your ass so you don't fall in.
That's a gay thing.
You guys never heard that?
That's a gay thing.
No, it's not. No, it's a straight thing. No, this is when I was straight once years
When
ago.
you were straight.
No, straight guys used to say, "Her pussy is so big, you better nail a board to your ass so you don't fall in." What? We can talk earlier.
That's too
It's
dirty.
all men. It's all men, and nobody likes it. They go somewhere else. They can go see if they could see. What is the thing that just banned, Mr. Spock?
Oh no! I know they just banned. Now they banned Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. If they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
go to the Dr. Seuss comic and read.
I love cancel culture. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yeah,
It's no
I
more.
know.
They got rid of it. Now they're going to burn.
No, there's something else too that
Wait,
just
they're going
got
to
rid
burn
of.
books now. Do you remember when Adolf
No, they're not
Hitler-
burning them.
Wait a second. Shut up. You're fucking stepping on my lines. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Do you remember Adolf Hitler used to burn books? The Germans burned books.
Yes. Yeah.
Now they're burning books in this country that they find are not politically correct.
I tried to get one of the books on eBay last night, but they're up to $500 already.
No, you said
That's
15.
Really?
crazy.
No, the lowest ones are 500.
And up to 15,
Up to 1,500 for them.
1,500.
Here's my take on this stuff, right? You take all this stuff that people are having issues with and you get rid of it. How the fuck do we learn from our past mistakes? Now we're
don't.
about to repeat bad history.
Yep.
You're right. You're going to repeat everything because they're eliminating history, and when you eliminate history,
I'm finding
it repeats itself.
I'm finding our country now turning more and more communistic and shades of Germany, Hitler. I'm afraid that we've lost our speech. We no longer can say what we want because we're edited and thrown off of programs because our political view may not be what the minorities want. I'm a minority. I'm an Italian. We're considered a minority. I never felt less than anyone, and I never told anyone be less than who you are. Yet they tell white people now be less than who you are. What does that mean?
We talked about it on our show yesterday.
I'm going to be retarded. I'm going to be moron, and I have to lower myself to the fucking asshole that doesn't know his ass from his elbow.
Coca-Cola did a thing for training people to be less white.
I mean, what is this bullshit?
That's kind of ridiculous thing.
Where is Mr. Biden, the Mr. Wonderful? Where is he? And the vice president? They're starting all this shit. The Democrats are communists in disguise, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not happy with it. And I'm not a Trumper either. It's not like I love Trump. Trump is a moron. He doesn't know how to speak. He's an arrogant son of a bitch. He's a tough New Yorker. He didn't realize that New York is little. America is big.
Yeah.
And you can't talk to America like you talk to a New Yorker. I mean, I could go up to Donald Trump and say, "Hey, fucko, how's it swinging?" And he'd say, "Great, Ron." But you can't go on television and tell all the people in America, "Hey, fucko, how's it swinging?" They're not going to like it.
No.
Yeah, New Yorkers talk that way. I'm not from New York, so it's always been a little bit of a culture shock for me, but I'm used to it now. After 10 years, I'm used to it now. But
his eyes fell out when he saw my New York friends. He was drooling for them. They're all so sexy, butch and macho and tough.
Yeah, right.
Sissy fairies from Florida.
Maybe it just came back to that tripod moment. That's maybe.
Yes.
Exactly.
Is that how he felt about you when you were wearing that white outfit in the mall that day?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that.
Everybody knows about that.
It was very hot. I never wore underwear, and I didn't realize that white linen pants are see-through, almost. And I'm very dark. When I get tan, I sun naked. So he must have seen a shaded brown thing in my crotch and got because he's a sissy fairy queer.
Yeah, right.
And am I happy he is?
Well,
Tony.
Let him talk. He's trying to talk.
One more thing. Stop. You're running the fucking show.
I know, but that's because you keep interrupting him and he has to be quiet.
I'm a stand-up comic.
It doesn't matter.
When I'm on a roll, I got to go. Now you made me forget the joke.
Okay, good. Go ahead, Anthony, because you keep interrupting him.
That's quite all right. Actually, I was going to kind of do a quick segue into my news article when you'd mentioned either big dicks and or Trump. We have an article that just happened recently. This article was a man was killed by a rooster with a blade tied to his leg during an illegal cockfight in southern India. The rooster with a 3-inch knife tied to his leg basically fluttered around and slashed his owner, and the man died before they could get him to the hospital.
Now, I'm so happy to hear.
Now, the thing that really got me about the article was, first of all, I mean, cockfights have been illegal for quite some time, so I feel like there was some poetic justice in there.
Absolutely.
And the second part of this article was the rooster ended up stabbing the man in the groin, and that's what he died from.
There you go.
So I kind of felt
the cock killed the cock. The cock killed the cock.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the article should have said "cock killed by cock."
Yes,
but I've been fighting for years. Jimmy grabbing my cock. So I know what that's all about. No, seriously, cockfights, dog fights, those people have to be lined up in the wall and let me shoot them. Because I think they're the most despicable human beings in the world. To harm an animal that's defenseless against a human is, and you know what the best part is? They go to church, they do 10 novenas, and they're, oh my God, they praise the Lord Jesus, and they go and kill animals like
we have 3 rescue dogs, so we're all about like the animals. We have 3 of them.
And me, a heathen, I'm good to animals.
We love animals. One of them, as you see, keeps walking in and out. That's Astro.
So let me ask you guys questions. You're two cute. You're 2 cute guys. Are you married?
We are. Yes.
Yes, we are.
To each other or to women?
Separately. No,
to women.
Separately to women.
He's my podcast husband.
Yep.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
And how many do you have?
2 as well. Yeah. So
Oh,
I have 2 boys and he has 2 girls.
Oh, 2 boys and 2
funny? They're
girls.
gonna get married maybe one day.
Never
I don't
know.
know. You know what Matt's like. I don't know if I want his son around my kids.
Hey man, I wear pants most of the time. All right.
How far away from each other do you live?
Well, we're about 90 kilometers presently.
Oh, we don't know kilometers, miles.
45 miles?
Yeah, about 45 miles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, in Canada, that's next door.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is.
Yeah.
Because Canada. You ever go to Canada, Jimmy?
No, I've never been to
Oh,
Canada.
when we move back
yeah.
to New York, I'm going to take him to Canada in the summer.
It's too cold.
Oh,
Oh, in the summer it's probably nice.
Ontario is beautiful.
Yeah.
If you drive from Toronto across the country, you will see some of the most magnificent greenery, mountains, streams, lakes.
Mhm.
There's a railroad, I understand, that goes
Right
from
through the whole thing.
Toronto.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go on that railroad.
Oh, do it. Do the railroad trip. You'll see so
really
much
nice.
scenery.
I heard it's supposed to be. The fucking dog is pulling the plug. Astro, stop being a brat. Yeah, I heard that railroad ride is stupendous. That's what we're going to do. We'll drive.
Oh, Kelly says she'll take us out. Hey, Kelly, how you doing?
Wait a minute. Jimmy's never been to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I've never been in Niagara Falls.
Oh, we definitely taken Niagara Falls. That place.
I'm
is
going to
amazing.
go up there with a barrel and say, "Here, Jimmy, you take a try."
Yes.
But
yeah.
I'll insure him before he goes. Big
plan.
time.
That
No,
of
I
course,
love Canada. And I love the Canadians. My very dear friend is
He doesn't remember.
You know who she is. Taya Gill. Do you know Taya Gill?
no.
She was in Queer as Folk. She played a lesbian in that series.
Yeah, because
Queer
so
as
many
Folk.
straight married guys watch Queer as Folk.
No, they do. No, it was a
You got us.
No. It was a big hit.
It was. Yes.
Straight people were learning about gay people at the time. Well, anyway, she's a good friend of mine, and also a beautiful, gorgeous, magnificent gal who lives in a town of 80 people.
They know her.
Oh, of course.
You guys have had Sherry Nelson on, haven't you?
She's
Yep.
like my sister.
I mean,
from
is she
another
not
mister.
gorgeous or what? She's so beautiful. I could almost go
She's-
straight for her. But
She
She's
is
great.
so amazing. We love her. She's like the best heart. She's
Sweetie.
the kindest, nicest individual I've ever met.
you know,
Yes.
you know what she did for me?
What did she do?
Some cunt ran into my beautiful Audi. I have a vintage Audi. It's a TT Roadster 04.
Nice, beautiful.
Come
Bright
on.
yellow. I take care of. It's called Baby. It's in the garage. It never goes out. And she wrecked the front of my car. Well, I brought it to the insurance company. Said my car was going to be totaled. I said, "Total this, baby. My car ain't getting totaled. Nothing wrong with that car." I went all over looking for a front end. You know, she sent me a front end.
Really?
From Canada.
Wow.
She found one in
She
Canada.
found an Audi TT Road, but of course they use only parts of it.
Yeah.
Never asked for money, and I offered. She is just the most good-hearted gal. She also gave Jimmy and I wristwatches that if you hit the button, they open and you could light a joint on them. Or not just a pack of cigarette. We don't do pot.
Now that's a real smart watch.
And they were engraved on the back. They had our names and stuff engraved on them.
It said,
Beautiful.
"Love Sherry Nelson."
There you go.
I
Now,
love her.
I was going to bring up the watches because
Hang on, he's asking you a question.
I know both of you, of course, are huge fans of your watches. I am a
Yes.
huge lover of watch as well. I actually don't generally wear a watch often. I have an Apple Watch I wear right now, but I am always intrigued by watches, and I can't go by a watch store without actually looking at all of them. I
Me
feel
too.
Me
one of the most complex and yet beautiful forms of technology, if you think about it. Like they go back so far, and I just find them just works of art, and I can't stop picking up watches at some point. So
We have tons of them.
I have vintage, real 19. I think it's 53 Howdy Doody, which I very rarely wear because it's the original band and it's a plastic band, and I don't want to ruin it. I also have a Mighty Mouse, which I love. It's one of my favorites.
very cool.
Jimmy gave it to me.
Yep.
And I have so many of those kid watches.
We have 49 watches. This company called 49. They should actually pay us. We like promote them so much, but they come in super wild, bold colors, and they're real big faces and everything. And we have like 10 different colors, you know,
and my
orange and pink and white and
I buy
green.
them for my daughters. They
Yeah.
have a bunch. They
Well,
should
there
really
you go,
do
49 watches. If you're listening to this, you owe Jimmy and Ron some kickback at
You
this
better
point.
Yeah, there
believe
you
it. But just
go.
give us back the money we spent buying your fucking watch. I mean, really. But one of my favorite watches is my what was the one that got killed in Florida? What was his name? Giorgio Armani?
Versace.
No, Versace. Is my Versace sterling silver hand-carved Florentine wristwatch on a black leather buckle. It's worth a fortune. I rarely wear that one for two reasons. It's so small I can't see the dials. I can't see what time it is, but I will wear it if I just want to have a beautiful something on my wrist and I don't need to know the time. But it's an exquisite looking watch.
You'll have to take a picture and send that to me. I'd really like to see what that looks like.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'll wear it on the show next week and do a close-up. If you come in, it's a beautiful wristwatch.
I'll be there.
And even the lens is beveled.
I'm all hip.
It's not a flat lens. It's a gorgeous piece of work.
I have a lot of like businessy looking watches, but I have one hip hop watch. I have a blinged out G-Shock. You know what a G-Shock is?
Yeah.
So I got the G-Shock, all black, real black diamonds all over, all over it.
Very cool.
It's like a big plastic like watch, like the military used to use.
Oh, not like a G-string.
No, and it's full of black diamonds and stuff. It's very fun. I like it.
Are too.
Yes, and I wear my Apple Watch a lot, like you. I'm not wearing it right now.
You know something, I like you too. I do. I like you. Nice guys.
Great smiles.
You're handsome. They're both handsome too, and you play nicely with us.
Yeah, you have like
that's important if you're going to run your show. Get your guests to play with you.
They've had some really good guests. They have.
We've had some really fun guests.
Give me names.
I went through the website earlier and saw some of them. And some of them I was like, "Holy shit, how'd you get them?" Because like I'd like them on our show.
Well, we might be able to connect you.
No, we're too dirty. They don't. A lot of them. Raquel Welch, Jimmy was negotiating with, and she looked at one of our shows. And she said, "I will never be on your show."
You know what? It's really funny. I had seen that episode. I loved, Ron, that you had some very choice words for Raquel Welch.
I don't like her. I've been in her company. No, I have been in Raquel Welch's company twice.
Yes.
And when Raquel Welch drinks, she becomes easy. If you're good looking, you could grab her and bring her home. This is years ago when she was young and beautiful. Now she's an old bag.
Yeah.
But she was very sarcastic, I'm a beautiful woman, very not anybody I'm interested in knowing. And I wasn't directly with her, but I was seated at a table that she was not too far from me, and I could overhear her conversations. And she was like, "Oh, that one, I don't want to meet him. Don't make that one come out." Like,
oh, God.
You.
Yeah.
Like, you're a pair of tits with almond eyes, you know. That's all you are. You were never an actress. You're just a pair of tits.
You know, Ron, I've always had a very strict rule tonight. And my one rule, of course, was it doesn't matter how good looking a woman is. If they've got a shitty attitude, they're just as ugly inside as they are outside.
Please. So. Now, if you've watched our show, you know that I know Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
Angie Boy grew up in my house. I fight for Angie. I threw a guy off our show. I did. I dismissed him because he was saying horrible things about her, and he didn't even know her.
Really?
Oh, he said dreadful things, and I was furious. I said, "You have no idea what you're talking about. I know that girl since kindergarten. She grew up in my house with my daughter, Deirdre."
She is for you, man.
Yeah.
My daughter, I mean, Angie Voigt, I only know her as Angie Voigt.
Yep.
Angie has a heart of gold. If there was a caterpillar in the street, she'd pick it up and put it in a tree. She couldn't stand anything being harmed. No rats to her would be a pal. They were her friends. She had a pet rat. I mean, Angie was absolute, and her tits were real, but she had surgery because of that disease.
Yes.
But at that, she was 14 years old. She came in. We were living in New York. We moved back to Beverly Hills. So who comes over but Angie? My daughter's 14, same as Angie, like an ironing board. You're just 6 feet tall and skinny. Angie walks in with these pair of knobs and an ass and a lip and the face. I said, "Holy shit, look at you, Angie. You look like a woman. And you're only 14. And she smiled. I said, "You must be banging the boys in the head with hammers." She said, "Well, just a little." Anyway, everything on her is real. So when the press wrote about her pumped up lips and her fake tits, get out of here.
Yeah.
That girl was born beautiful. She came to Deirdre's kindergarten class birthday party. And she looks exactly at 5 years old as she does today.
Wow.
I love and adore the woman. The woman has done more for the homeless. She has given money to so many organizations. She cares about the African children.
I love Kelly.
She's just an amazingly wonderful person. She's a little nuts.
I'll tell you a funny story. When my wife, actually, I coaxed this out of her the other day. My wife said that Angelina Jolie in Gone in 60 Seconds was the first time my wife thought she might be a lesbian.
There you go.
Look, I know her as a child. I'm not a pedophile. But if I were a young man and I knew her as a young girl, I would have been madly in love with her, because you can't help but falling in love with her. She's an innocent. She looks at you with those eyes that say nothing. Her eyes are blank. They're like a doe. Her eyes almost tell you, I'm vulnerable. Tell me what you want, and I'll believe you.
You need to watch Hackers. Hackers is like my favorite Angelina
It's
Jolie.
one of my favorite movies.
Me too. Way to go.
It's so good.
That Sue Wong is having a very big party that Jimmy and I are invited to in a couple of weeks for the opening of Villa Filez.
Hey, Ian.
And Angie lives next door. Yep. I'm only hoping that Sue Wong gets Angie to come. I would love to see her. I haven't seen Angie in 20 years. I'd love to see her again. And I'd love to ask her. No, and I intend to, and I'm going to give you a scoop. I'm going to say to Angie, you're a big shit. I'm not. Could you come on our show and make us a big shit? If you came on our show, we would be, forget about it, better than Barbara Walters. And you know what she'll do? She'll say, yeah, Ron. She'll do it.
Don't get me wrong, Ron. I like Barbara Walters. She's okay, but you guys are already better than Barbara Walters. So.
No,
but we don't make the money.
No, Barbara Walters.
We got the honey, but we don't make the money.
No, Jimmy's got it.
She's a wonderful introvert. I met Barbara Walters through a friend of mine who lived in Beverly Hills, and Barbara Walters was her best friend. And she wound up buying wallpaper from our wallpaper store.
Actually, now the person
very nice, Barbara Walters.
Now the person that everybody is competing against is Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Do you guys watch Joe? I've never actually watched his show. Do you watch Joe Rogan or listen to Joe Rogan?
Who is
he? I listen to it from time to time. Yeah.
Yep.
He's the biggest broadcaster in the world.
Joe, I never heard of him.
Yeah, well, he's #1 podcaster in the world, and he just signed $100 million deal.
What does he do so special?
I don't know. Like, how is his show different than your show?
Or my show?
Well, I think it's just with his history of MMA and everything.
He's got a big following.
What's MMA?
Those people who fight in the cages.
Yes.
And he's famous for that shit.
Well, he used to be a very successful stand-up comedian. Like, his material was good, and he would call people out on stage and talk shit. Like, he was really good with hecklers, and so he had a name for himself there. And then he started commentating.
Fear Factor, right?
So wait a minute. He was a put down comic. We used to call him.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And then he hosted Fear Factor, right?
Yep.
Yes, that's
that
right.
TV show where they make you like do stuff, like eat bugs and stuff. He was the host.
This guy sounds like a shit pot.
Yeah, well, he's $100 million a year, fucking Spotify.
How come we're not there? We're better than them.
I know we are better.
We don't eat bugs, and I don't. I'm not
I wasn't aware that he was up to 100 million. I know he was making 30 million an episode, and that wasn't too long ago. So he had a huge pay increase.
He signed. I believe that eventually, soon, he's only going to be on Spotify. And
it was an exclusive deal. I think
they signed him an exclusive deal for $100 million. I don't know how many years that is, but he was making $30 million a year before, so
yeah,
it can't be more than like 3 years.
He doesn't have a visual show.
He's visual.
He's visual
now.
Both.
Visual.
Both.
Is he ugly?
No.
No,
good looking guy.
He's not like super cute, but he's not ugly.
Not cute like me.
Anyway, Joe Rogan is like kind of like the one to go after. I want to see
Joe Rogan when he's 80.
But I have to say though, like you guys' stuff is all done super professional. Like Eileen told me yesterday that we were coming on here because it wasn't on. So I went to your website. Your website's beautiful. Your logos are beautiful. The way you present yourself. You're on all the major platforms. You know, which a lot of people have not figured out how to do, and I don't want to educate anybody, but you've done very well.
So what we're doing now is destroying our own show by making these fucks famous.
They're very supportive.
Oh, well,
actually, I never met Maddie
I'm not
before.
Going to say a word.
Even Anthony likes every one of your posts and talks to you on Facebook all the time. You just don't. He's not good with names.
True. What's your name?
Anthony. Anthony Bo. How do you pronounce your last name?
Bose.
Bose.
Yep, like the speakers.
He like comments on everything.
Yeah,
He's
I
fabulous.
know who you are.
Yes, he's fabulous. Oh,
I didn't know you were the same person.
Yeah, I'm the person. Actually, you know,
Not to brag, but I have almost 5,000 Facebook friends.
it's true. You're
And they think I'm supposed to remember them all. I mean, God.
Oh, I always remember him though, because he writes.
I'm lucky I remember Jimmy.
He writes nice things, and he's got this show, and I knew that this was a good show, and so.
No,
but Maddie, like, are we friends on Facebook, Maddie?
I don't think we're Facebook friends. I think Tony added you, and then usually we post on behalf of each other through the show.
Mhm.
So
We'll be friends then, because
Well, I like
absolutely.
I'll promote you guys.
Wonderful.
There's room for more. Not
So-
some of the shit. I've been on some shows that I got to tell you where the fuck they came from and who the fuck they think they are. I don't know.
So, Maddie, what does the G stand for?
My last name is Guy, actually.
I thought it was for
He's the
gorgeous.
guy.
So, who are you on Facebook, Matt Guy or Maddie Guy?
I think it's my full name, so it's
Matthew
Matthew
with 2 T's.
with 2 T's. Yeah.
Okay, Matthew Guy. Okay.
Well, yeah, guys, we're Canadian, so we'll always pay it forward. Whoever you guys bring to us, we'll bring it back. We'll bring some to you, and
Is it the one that says lives in Kingston, Ontario?
that's the one. Yep.
Oh,
So,
you need to change the picture because you look way cuter on the TV here than they do
Oh.
in this picture.
Yeah.
Because he's got a
Does he
14
have
camera,
glasses
that's why.
does he have glasses on in that picture?
Yes.
I have my glasses on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Men don't like men that wear glasses. What was
Oh.
that thing?
No, women don't make passes at men who
That
wear
wear
glasses.
Marilyn Monroe-
Hey, Paul, how you doing? We know Paul.
Marilyn Monroe said that.
Yes.
Men don't
Yeah.
make passes at girls that wear glasses, just girls with great asses.
I love it.
And Marilyn Monroe had a great ass.
Yeah.
That we
So,
all have to admit.
Guys, I have to tell you, one of the reasons I really, really wanted you on the show is because it's not because you have the #1 web show in the world. It's not because, you know, famous fashion designs and Hollywood interviews. I love you two as a couple.
Oh, this is
I
sweet.
think
I'm going to cry.
I,
No, I'm
I-
serious. Don't laugh, you fag. I got tears in my eyes.
I watch all your posts, and honestly, you know, looking at your posts every day actually brings a lot of light to my day, because you know, you really get to see how much you two really love each other, and it's so
Absolutely.
genuine and natural. And I got to tell you, your relationship is actually inspiring. I feel more people should be going and looking at your pages, because it's just, you are wonderful people.
Thank you so much.
Here's what I'm going to say about that. Put love where sex is. Put that love before the sex. A lot of people, especially gay men, they put the sex before the love. And when the sex dwanes, which it does, it's not as it was in the beginning, the relationship ends. So if you replace sex with love, you'll be together forever. Because love never goes bad. Love gets better. When I think back at Jimmy when I met him 10 years ago, I'm thinking, what the fuck did I ever see in that lunatic? I mean, you know, he looked like shit. He was a hippie with these weird earrings and turned up shoes and ripped jeans with his underwear showing. Looked like a bum. And here I am, a very successful TV personality. You know, Set the Record Straight was a hit. Here I am running around with Jane Russell and Cliff Robertson and Betty Davis. And I meet this moron in the mall, look dressed like a clown. And he's hitting on me. He said, I'm the most gorgeous man in the mall. He was right, but of course I wouldn't. and now I look at him, he's so Ralph Lauren and he's so cute. I really never loved him in the beginning. I thought I did. I love him now. It took 10 years to build this
now that
great
you
love.
said that, Ron, I gotta bring up, look at this picture.
Oh, that's me from the past.
Look at
that's
this.
me
This
when he
is
was
a
fat and ugly.
good looking
No, I'm
guy
not
here.
fat. I'm skinny.
Skinny and pretty.
Yeah, I'm skinny and pretty with blonde hair.
Oh, that's when he went to his Marilyn Monroe's face.
he was listening to a lot of Eminem around that period.
I actually love Eminem. I saw
Yeah,
him
me
in
too.
concert, and he was so good in concert. I saw Eminem and 50 Cent in concert, and it was great.
But I have to tell you something about Jimmy. He is so kind and caring of me. You know, I'm a few months older than he, and he really worries about me. And we speak of the little time we have left together, and that we have to make. I mean, I'm not ill, but I am 80.
I was gonna say, you guys have got tons of time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, let's say 10 years is enough. If I have not enough, 10 years would be the most I have left. Of course, at 90, what am I going to be, a vegetable? I'm demented already. But
what are you talking about? There's a woman now in America who is 112 years old.
That's right.
Well, okay, let's
Jesus.
see.
And I'm not kissing your ass, but you do not look 80. I'm sorry.
Not at
you
all.
Look way younger.
Way younger.
Yeah.
No, he looks good. Everybody thinks that we're about the same age, and he's literally, I'm 56. So he's literally, you know.
Yeah, they all think I'm the man.
Look at you, Robin the Crow.
And they all know I'm the man.
Yeah, right.
No, I have to tell you guys, you just, like I said, you truly love each other, and it is really, really nice. And I really love seeing your posts and how much you share and support each other. And it's really amazing. And I don't know how you guys do it so much. I know with COVID, you guys are probably spending so much time with each other, then it really stresses the relationship. But, you know, you guys are always both doing a lot of things, and, you know, being able to come home and spend time with each other and love each other so much.
Okay, so how is this for a statement? Jimmy and I have not been apart in 10 years. We have been together 24/7 for 10 years.
I'm self-employed. I work at home,
and we haven't.
You know, I'm a publicist. I'm a publicist, as I guess most people know anyway. But I'm a publicist. I work with Eileen Shapiro, and and then we do all the movie stuff, and we do our show. And so I work at home, so it's not like I ever like leave and get away. There's Dave Hughes. Hey, Dave. So we're always together. But in the daytime, I pretty much am in my office working. And he's working on scripts and memorizing lines for films. And he also, he likes, what's that game you like?
Zelda.
He's a big Zelda fan. Like,
oh my God, I love you.
I think Matt just got a huge heart on.
My whole basement is Zelda posters. I bought the actual framed Zelda posters.
He's freaking out because he's almost about to win and he doesn't know what to do.
All I have to do is kill, what's his face? The big shot.
Shannon.
And my game is over. So now I play all around it. I won't kill him. I go here, I go there.
He's afraid because he doesn't have another game to go to. He only likes Zelda.
I have played every Zelda since it came out. I love Donkey Kong, and my favorite was Castlevania.
But he didn't like
Castlevania. I wish Ocarina of Time was my favorite, and I heard that they're redoing it this year.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
he has a Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
We got a 75-inch TV for Christmas, and so now he plays it on this big ass TV.
I love it, but I wish they would
Mario Kart. We can all race each other.
Yes.
No, I wish they would make Castlevania again.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah. That was such a wonderful.
Do you have a Zelda action figure? Because they make like an 18-inch Zelda action figure.
I don't have the Link action figure, but my whole basement is like, we even have so in Breath of the Wild, he has this thing called the Sheikah. Yeah, so we have this thing called Link has this thing called the Sheikah Slate, and it's like this book that lights up, and anyways, we actually bought an LED version of that for a nightlight. So we have this really cool Sheikah Slate nightlight. It's really cool.
He likes. He can sit. He can literally sit for like 3 or 4 hours and
3 or 4. Try 6 or 7.
He like loves it. So
I mean, I get so
great way to
involved.
spend your time.
Man, I hope I'm as cool as you when I'm 80.
I hope I'm as cool as you when I'm 80.
No, you know why I do it? It's good eye exercise and brain exercise when you're an old fuck, because you actually have to figure things out and move things. So I feel that it's very good for me mentally, as well as I enjoy. I'm still a kid. I'm like 12 or 15. I'm retarded. I'm not 80. You know, people say 80. I say, yeah, right. I feel 21. I think 22.
I feel the same way all the time.
Yeah, I never felt my age as I was growing into being 100. Never. And now I don't even believe I'm 80 unless I look in the mirror.
Age is just a number, right? I mean, it depends on what you feel like in your heart.
Not when you look in the mirror. Not if you look in the mirror with a light on. It's not a number. It's a fact. I look nothing like I looked when I was young. Nothing. I don't even.
Well, we never really do.
No,
I actually like it.
I don't have a slight resemblance. I used to look exactly like Tony Curtis, the actor. When I was young, I was dark and dark haired.
Yeah.
Now somebody on Facebook was so sweet. They wrote, "You look like Cary Grant. I wanted to show you." And I thought, "Oh my God!" I guess they meant Cary Grant old with the
So
white hair.
who's a bucket list for you guys? If you
Oh,
guys,
that's your question.
it doesn't make any difference. You got to talk and say
No,
all
you
these
could
things.
talk.
So I'm going to say,
Listen, if you were as interesting as you would talk too.
If you guys
No,
could
you
interview,
can't do
I
that.
can too.
Let them ask you. What's
No,
your
it's okay. It's okay. Jimmy's allowed to ask
We're
a
having a
question.
conversation. No, if you guys had a bucket list, and I already know that you fulfilled your bucket list by having us on your show, but besides us,
That's my joke. He steals everything.
who would be the person, if you guys could have interview any person in the world, who would each of you like to interview?
That is now before we answer, because sometimes that gets split into categories. Are we talking about one person in the world generally, or someone who's like the music industry?
Don't be
someone
so
who's
fucking specific.
Don't be specific. Like
Yeah,
everybody's got to have a bucket list of. You got to have one person that you like. For me, it's Charlize Theron. I would love to interview Charlize Theron.
She'd be fantastic. Yeah.
For me, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Deadpool, all about it.
I like Ryan
For
Reynolds.
me, for me, it's Jason
Statham.
naked in bed. I want to interview him then.
That'd be
And then I want to get a ruler and say, "Do you mind if I measure?"
I think I would have to say Mark Hamill.
Oh, there you go.
Mark Hamill.
Yes.
I've been trying to get him on our show. So if I
Yeah.
get him on our show, I'll see what we can do.
We'll send him to
I would officially die happy if you could do that. And it is
Mark
not even just
Hamill.
because I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I love his voice acting. He
Yeah,
does
me too.
an amazing voice, and I think he's the best voice of the Joker I've ever come across. So
Is he working?
Are you kidding me? He's
Oh,
like
he
the
is
most
working?
fucking famous fucking people in the world.
How come I never see him?
I don't know.
Because
Because you don't like Star Wars movies, and there's one every year. Because we had Ethan Suplee on recently, and next to you guys, there's another podcast I like a lot called The Scene Snobs. The guys are like you guys. They're really cool.
They're like you too. They're
they're very cool.
Sweetheart guys.
And
is that with Mick Manhattan? Is that
Mick Manhattan?
Mick Manhattan.
Love him.
Yeah.
So
nice fella.
So we had a cancellation on that day, and we had Ethan Suplee coming on, and I needed a second guest. So we had the Scene Snobs guys, Mick and CJ, I think his name is, come on, and we had him come on after Ethan, but we let him come on before we let Ethan go, so they got to talk to him for like 10 minutes. So worst case scenario, if we can't get Mark Hamill on your show, but we get him on our show, we'll bring you guys on and we'll keep him on so you can talk to him for a few minutes.
Oh, man, that would be amazing.
Tony's freaking out.
I'm having a complete nerdgasm right now, so I'm just trying not to show it.
And if we get Ryan Reynolds, I'll send him your way just for the
there
eye
you
candy.
go. I actually tweet to him all the time trying to
why
get him.
do you like Ryan Reynolds?
Canadian. No.
He's Canadian. He's really funny guy. Super. I've heard he's amazingly nice in real life, and he's been Deadpool, and he's played a lot of roles that I like. So
he's got an amazing family history as well.
If you met him, would you ever tongue kiss him?
Honestly, I would. Yeah, I think everybody's a little gay, and Ryan Reynolds would definitely tick that box for me.
I don't know if I would go about and instantly initiate it, but I think if he did it to me, I might allow it.
No, like it'd be one of those awkward, like we both make contact, and then
everybody.
So that's what he said. So there's I'm working on a film, and it's going to be shot in Atlanta, and the guy that it's one of my producers who's starring in the film, his name's Alessandro Felcito, who is a stuntman, and he's in all the Marvel movies, and he actually just did a movie with Ryan Reynolds, so he had all these pictures of him and Ryan Reynolds hanging out on set and stuff.
That's
So I
awesome.
thought, wow, that's awesome, because Deadpool is awesome.
And in that movie, guess what I played? You're not going to believe it. A doctor.
No, that's a different movie.
Oh, that's a different
Yeah.
movie? Anyway, I'm playing a doctor in some movie. I'm a doctor.
That guy.
that guy.
Now,
There's
Jimmy,
a lot of acting.
speaking of which, Jimmy, so you have some very interesting movie credits on there, including the Marvel Universe. And
Yes, I have my own Marvel Wikipedia page.
yes. So how did this all come about? How did you?
I'm just
jump
an
into
extra.
Marvel?
I'm nobody. I'm absolutely nobody in the movie. You do not see me ever. I'm an absolutely a nobody. But there's this great article that just came out on Quora, and it's like, who's been in the most billion-dollar movies? And I'm number 4 on the list, even though I don't speak a word in any of them.
Amazing.
Thank God.
I don't speak a word because I'm not any good. But you know what? That's how you meet people. And especially when I lived in Florida, like they had movies. I was in movies. That's all I did was be an extra in movies to meet people, to get speaking roles in like little shitty movies. And I've just, you know, kind of like developed it from that. I know all the casting director people, and it was just fun to get in them and to have my own Marvel Wikipedia page. Yeah. And now I'm expanding. Like I have a little horror movie coming up in a couple of weeks, and I have a few lines, and I get shot in the face. I never have more than like 2 lines.
I don't want to watch that.
And then I'm going to get shot in the face with a shotgun.
I do not want to watch that. I will never watch that scene. I'm telling you.
It's going to be a lot. It's called Terror Tunes 4, and it's kind of like what's the movie with Bill Murray? Ghostbusters. It's kind of like the Ghosts in Ghostbusters. Yeah. And it's got real people in like the Ghosts in Ghostbusters.
Am I in that movie?
Yeah, you're in the scene with me because
when you get shot in the face, do I have to look?
No. You're going to be a zombie anyway, so it won't matter.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
But I think it's just fun. You know what? You got to have fun. Now because I'm not a great actor, I like to get cameos in little films, but now I've turned myself back to the producer side. And I'm trying to produce all of them.
He's great as a producer. That's his calling. As an actor, PU. But as a producer, he's wonderful.
So I'm trying to do a lot of producing, and that's where the actual like income is, you know, to produce the things.
Yes.
You know, as an actor, you make, especially on the little films that we're involved so many, and you make a couple $100 a day. But as a producer, you know, you do better.
I always hate when guests come on and they push their bullshit. But I'm going to do some bullshit pushing.
It's good because there's things that you guys are working on that we obviously want to love to hear.
Well, I'm filming a fun film called Clowny, which is a good story. It's a really scary movie. I won't say what I play, but I am in Clowny. And of course, we're talking about later when you want to.
Oh, Clown Motel 2. He's got.
Oh yeah,
the premiere is going to be this summer. I have a little cameo. He plays a big role. He's General Milan, and he's all over the trailer that's out. If you guys Google Clown Motel 2.
And also my other movie, The Big Friggin' Rat, should be coming out soon.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that. I have to see it.
Yes.
And another one. I forgot the other movie I'm in. Whatever.
Anyway, we've got a whole bunch of them.
I don't mean to sound flip, but he
really doesn't remember.
Really don't remember. You know, I was talking to a very good friend of mine on the phone today, a dear darling friend of mine, my friend Teresa. And I said, you know, I'm coming to New York in May, and we're talking about May. The weather in May is wonderful. And then I said, well, March is really nice. It's not as cold as January. She said, Ron, you're not coming in March. You're coming in May. I said, oh.
It was an M month.
I mean, that's like a little bit of Alzheimer's, you know. So, I mean, here I'm coming in May. Anyway.
Well, thanks to television, I can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago, so that's okay.
Yes.
No, you know what it is. It's really not old age. I've always been this way. I'm a Gemini. I can do 10 things at once. I multitask. And when you multitask, you don't get all of the information.
100%.
Take only what you need to know for that task. And people think you're stupid or retarded because you don't know the nitty-gritty. How could you possibly when you're doing 10 things at once? I mean, I used to work nightclubs, and I produced, directed, made up, dressed, wigged, made up, makeup, and performed, and music myself. That was a lot of work back then.
A lot to do on your own, yeah.
Oh, a lot of work. And promote it. Also book it.
This is a picture of Ron as Jane Russell.
That's how I used
he used to work as Jane Russell, a female impersonator in straight clubs.
Wow.
Back in the day. And he's smoking hot.
For 45 years, I did that periodically for 45 years.
And then this is Ron with the real Jane Russell. How am I gonna? There we go.
There you go.
In Boca.
I think Ron pulled it off better.
Yeah.
No, she passed away at 89, and she was still a beautiful woman. You could see it was Jane Russell.
And this is Ron, and this picture is him in a. God dang it! How do you get this? There we go. He's in a bathtub, and this is a very popular drag persona book that was a worldwide famous book in
Germany.
And he's the centerfold of it as Jane Russell. He's in the bathtub.
They went nuts for that book in Germany, and I got so many fan letters and a lot of nasty men. Wow. But, you know, I used to jack up big boobs to look like Jane Russell, and the suds are around them, so these knockers look like real big tits. And a lot of those guys in Europe sent me such filthy. I thought to myself, men are really disgustingly filthy. I had no idea how filthy straight men can be. But they can really, like one guy said, I want to lick you from the nipples down to your clit. And I wanted to write back, sorry, there's no clit.
Surprise. Surprise, it's a really big clit.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to do a lot of licking. I mean, you know,
That would have been really funny.
Men are filthy. Men really have no regard for a sexy woman. They think a woman is there. A sexy woman is there for their total enjoyment, and they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
So hi, Ian Smith. Say hi to Ian.
Ian, who's Ian?
He's in our chat room every week, and he works on all the Clown Motel movies and everything.
Ian.
You know,
Oh,
I'm Ian.
Ian.
Hi.
I never knew his name was Smith. I thought it was an alias. Well, Smith, what's your name? Smith. What's your name? Jones. Oh, don't give them any money. Smith and Jones.
So we wanted to do something a little bit different. Actually, having both of you on the show at the same time is very different for us because we normally have one guest at a time. So you're the first duo that has ever been on our show. Because to go back to your aforementioned love for each other, we thought we'd do something a little fun. And do you both remember the Newlywed Game?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of.
So
I was supposed to be on that.
Really?
When I first started with when I was married to my wife, a woman. And yeah, I was supposed to be.
So we're supposed to. He's going to ask questions, and we have to write down the answers. That's why he's got.
That's where that notepad comes in.
It started in 1968 or 69, and it was a new show. And we were living in California. Of course, I was in the business. I was acting, and somebody approached me and said, "Are you married?" Or first, he said, "Are you straight?" I said, "Why do you ask such a question?" I played the game. Are you married? I said, yes.
I can't see the answer, so you have to hide it.
Yeah, no cheating.
I don't know why we didn't go on, but we didn't go on.
Okay.
Oh. All right. Maddie, do you want to ask the first question? So I think the first question is for Jimmy.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll start with Jimmy. All right. Jimmy, what is Ron's favorite food dish of all time?
That's easy.
Ron gets to write that down, and
you have
Jimmy
to write it down.
Oh, I write it down?
Yeah, but you don't show it to me. His favorite food dish, I don't know, is probably it's like regular spaghetti. I don't know what you call it in like official Italian terms, but like spaghetti with sauce. Pasta olla or something like that, I think. I don't know. Anyway, that's my answer.
All right, Ron, show it. What do you got?
All right.
Pasta.
Okay, excellent.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Now, Tony, do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, we'll alternate. Or actually, why don't you ask all Jimmy's question? I'll ask Ron's.
Okay, we'll do that. All right, perfect. All right, Jimmy. What would Ron say is the one item that he would never throw out regardless of the circumstance?
His dining room table. Oh wait, he didn't write it down. You have to write it down. You have to write it down to find out if I guess right.
Now you said it.
I know. What were you going to say?
My dining room table.
Okay.
There we go. That's good.
All right. We'll give it.
Everyone that knows me knows when I move, if I have a 10-foot dining room table, all carved, gorgeous. It's a Maitland Smith. And if it doesn't fit in the house, I don't buy the house.
Awesome.
No, seriously, we buy a
He
house.
lived on a second floor one time, and they had to have a special crane come and take it up through the outside, through the doors.
Yeah.
Like he won't go anywhere. And this table, when I say it's like big, it like weighs 8,000 pounds and takes 10 people to move it. I mean,
Were you born on this table or something? Like,
No,
we don't even have sex on it.
No, the designer is Maitland Smith.
Okay.
It's all hand tooled and beautiful. It was $13,000 when it was out, but unfortunately, because I didn't pay that, I paid $5,000. But unfortunately, because it doesn't fit in elevators, it couldn't go in apartments. And
so they never made it.
Never made it.
So it's just a prototype.
I have the original prototype of Maitland Smith's dining room table, and I paid I think $4,800, something like that for it, which was a deal. It's magnificent.
All right, go next.
All
right. Okay, hold on. I can't hear. Okay, go.
Okay.
All right, Ron, you're gonna write this down.
Ron. You're gonna write down the answer. And I'm gonna put this up so I don't see it.
Got it.
Okay. So, Jimmy, what app does Ron use most on his phone?
The fuck is an app?
Facebook.
An application.
Okay. Application.
I don't know. I don't even know. I use my cell phone.
Yeah, what do you use on it? What if you were to go on your phone to do something? What is it? You check your. What do you do? He really doesn't know. He does Facebook though. Would be the
I don't
answer.
do anything on my cell phone but talk to friends.
Even Ian Smith says it's got to be Facebook.
It is Facebook. It is Facebook though, because he knows how to check it. He doesn't know how to do other things. He knows how to check it.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't even know how to text.
Okay.
And I won't text because my daughters, those son of bitches, they call me. They don't speak to me. They text message me.
He hates it when people
And I
text.
get crazy and I say, how dare you text your father? You live 10 minutes from me. You can visit me or call me and speak. They text me.
I got to tell you, I find that is a one thing that's missing out of the world because of text messages. People just don't have really good conversations anymore.
You're right.
And because of Facebook's, people are so connected. Maybe it's because people just don't have a lot to say. But I would much rather have a phone conversation than text with someone.
That's part of the draw to podcast. I think people are missing out on good conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
So-
But that's why they like our show. I have gotten messages from people that said that. When we go into your show, Ron, we feel like we're with friends and we're hearing you talk. Because I always say to my audience, picture you're in Brooklyn in my kitchen and we're having Entenmann's crumb cake and coffee. That's what our show is about. It's just about people hanging out, bullshitting.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you guys do as well. And I think that's the key to success. People are lonely. People are not calling each other. So when they come into our show and I talk to them, I talk directly to them.
And we
That's
include everybody.
The fact that I'm able to do that is a talent, because when you do stand-up comedy in a nightclub of 350 people or whatever, and you can bring out each person like you're talking to them individually.
Yep.
That's what I've learned, and that's what I do, I think, when I speak to the television.
All right, go though. Next question.
All right.
You got to actually write it down now.
Well, I didn't know what the fuck it was.
Okay.
If Ron had to watch one movie for the rest of his life, what movie would it be?
Oh shit, that's a hard one.
Oh, I've got so many friends that are in so many movies. Oh my Lord.
If I had to guess on a movie,
I don't even think Ron's written it down yet.
Wait a minute. I have many. I really can't answer this one.
Oh, but you've got to have.
I have like favorite. 4 of them that I think he would pick.
I'll go with.
I have 4 of them I think he would pick.
Okay.
Okay, if you get one of them out of the 4, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I would say I can't think of the name of it. I would say Now Voyager.
Okay. Bingo.
Oh, that's what he
Hey, first one. Amazing. You guys do love each other. I love this.
Amazing.
Well, we actually had the lady whose father's the star of Now Voyager, Monica Henry, on last week.
Right.
And her father was Paul Henry, who was in Casablanca, and Now Voyager's with Betty Davis.
And Betty was a nice friend of mine, a good friend of mine.
That's pretty good, though.
At the end of Betty's life, when she was an old lady, we really became.
I bet I'm going to do better than he does.
Oh, we'll see. Here's the last one. Here's the last one.
You know, it's really amazing.
When
I watch TV with Jimmy, there's never a night that doesn't go by that I don't know someone personally that's in a film we're watching. Wow. And when I do all the old ones, Jimmy knows no one, but I know everyone because I'm old. And Betty Davis was one of the another broad, down to earth, hated bullshit. Oh, don't do any of that phony shit with Betty. She'd tell you to go fuck yourself. Dirty mouth. Fuck was her favorite word. No, that elegant woman, fuck was her favorite word. Smoke a cigarette, drink a scotch at the same time was amazing. Wow. How she could swallow scotch and blow out smoke together. I never could do it. But anyway.
All right, go. Next one.
What is Ron's favorite genre of music?
You know that.
No, I don't really know that one.
Are you serious? What do I sing?
I would say, I don't know what you call that. Like jazz standards or something. I don't really know what you call it.
Jazz.
Nice. All right.
You know what?
Cool.
I even thought that because of Ron singing on your show all the time, he's a jazz man. Yeah.
No, I sang when I did Jane Russell. I sang 4 songs in my act, and the rest was comedy, and they were all wonderful jazz. Peggy Lee.
Now it's my turn.
Peggy Lee is my favorite vocalist, female. She's a jazz vocalist.
All right, now they're going to ask you a question. Give me a chance to answer it.
Honey, I don't remember my name. I'm going to remember this.
Okay.
This should be very funny.
He's not going to know these. Go.
Not at all.
All right, Ron. So if Jimmy had to pick one color of paint for your house and you had to keep it for the rest of your life, what color would he choose?
Blue.
No.
What color?
Pink.
I wasn't thinking a fag's house. I was thinking like a man's house, blue.
Pink's my black, red, and white are my favorite colors, and then
blue.
pink.
I
After
thought
that,
blue.
no, I wouldn't paint the house blue. I would paint it.
Well, pink is such a sissy color.
He's not going to get any of them. Go.
I love this.
I wasn't thinking tutti frutti.
Okay, go.
Fair. All right, number 2. What does Jimmy love the most about you?
Ooh, I can't say. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. We'll be thrown off the air. I would say my hair. What did you put?
Gotta make it fun. I mean, he says
it
you
is.
love, but that doesn't mean there's no sex.
Okay.
I thought it was.
I do like
hair.
his hair too, though. His hair's nice.
Yeah, the next best thing.
Yeah, I do blush. Believe me, I blush. Okay, so get down.
That's
That's
definitely a shade of pink is coming in there. So there you go.
Yeah.
Jimmy. That's why you like pink so much.
I should have thought of the pink because he said when he was little, his sister got pink ballet shoes, and he was so jealous because he thought they were his. They were his sisters.
Oh,
Did I marry a fruit or did I marry a fruit?
Okay, go ahead.
go
Number
ahead.
3.
Astros, come on.
If you were to check Jimmy's Amazon cart, what do you think his most recent purchase would be?
Oh, he'll never know that.
A monster of some kind. I don't know.
Actually,
Like inside Jimmy's laughing, thinking you have no idea what I purchased.
no, actually,
a monster.
I wrote action figure because monsters fit under in his idea.
give that
Monsters
to him.
fit under
Hey,
everything.
hey, we'll
There we
give
go.
that to you.
I'm giving that
So
to
he would
Ron.
have gotten that
He's
one.
got so many life-size dolls that move and talk and play with each other.
I
Oh,
love
do you have a
action
Chucky?
figures.
I have seen some of the shots from that you've posted from around your house. Some of the really cool monster movies.
Oh, he's got big
your
monsters.
your kiss.
For my birthday,
musical.
this last year, he got me a Krampus, which is like almost 8 feet
I
tall.
love the Krampus. Have you seen the Krampus movie?
Yes, absolutely.
I
And I
like
have
it.
like a
I'm a big
4-foot Chucky, and I have like a 4-foot Batman and Darth Vader, and I have a giant wolf, and I have Jason from Friday the 13th, and I have an alien. I mean, I have a whole bunch of
And
really.
the clown, that nice.
Oh yeah, I have
clown.
this cool clown.
That's
They're all
cool.
like life size that move.
I'm on board for all of those except for the clown. So
Yeah, the clowns are creepy.
yeah.
I like-
And then I collect action figures of people who've been on our show. And I get all of them. So if somebody comes on their show and they have 5 action, like John Barrowman's been on our show, he has like 7 action figures. I have all of them.
That's very cool.
Tony has a 3D printer. We could make that
I
happen.
can always make something for you. So
Oh my gosh, I want an action figure. We got to totally do that. Aren't
There we
those really
go.
expensive?
yeah, they're not too bad. They're not
Oh
too bad.
wow, I
Yeah.
totally want one. Okay,
One
cool.
what?
He can make action figures.
We can make
Bootlegger?
something. We'll figure it
Bootlegger
out.
one?
No, he has a 3D printer and he can like make action figures. That's cool. Okay, go.
That's
Wait,
bootleg.
one, 2. That was 3 questions. We have 2 more to go.
Yep. All right. Let's see how good you do here, Ron. If Jimmy had to choose between Halloween or Christmas, which one would he keep?
No, you don't write it down. I write it down. You
Oh.
say it.
Halloween.
I think in the traditional game.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Halloween was right.
He
Okay.
loves Halloween.
It's my favorite time of the year.
Wonderful. I know you
Awesome.
seem to be really good with the holidays, regardless, either way.
Yes,
but-
I like Christmas too. Now that I have a great family and everything, I
Yeah,
love
but he
it.
loves Halloween.
But Halloween is like my thing.
It's your thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you must love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, you
Jam
know
those
what?
two together.
I've never seen it ever.
Really?
It's the one thing I've never seen because I've never really been big into like the cartoony, like actiony, most
Play
stop
animation.
motion type thing.
Yeah.
So I've never seen it. Should I see it?
You should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I will
Just
see it.
anything just to hear Danny Elfman sing as much, but it's really good. It's a good movie.
I mean, I know who all the characters are and everything. I've just never actually watched it.
Yeah, you get to. It's great because you at least get to watch it twice a year. You get to watch it at Christmas. and you
Yeah.
get to watch it at Halloween.
I love that part.
What is it called?
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Never saw it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely worth a sit down and try it.
Okay.
All right,
do
Ron. So if we asked Jimmy what his most favorite meal you cook was, what would he say?
You're making a troublemaker here.
Well, he knows what my favorite food is, but he doesn't
Yeah.
cook it that often. but it's my absolutely favorite thing. I don't think he'll get this though.
Okay.
What did you write?
Oh, anything with meat in it.
That's a blanket. That's a blanket.
I like
selection.
meat. No, like because you know what? He's Italian, and so they're used to having pasta, just the noodles and the sauce.
Noodles, right?
Just the noodles.
Like I'm Dutch.
Just the noodles and the sauce, but I like it to have meat in it. Like I need sausage in it or hamburger. So I actually wrote chicken parmesan. That's my favorite.
Oh, that's one of my favorites actually.
So
I
good.
love
That's
chicken
my absolute.
parmesan.
You know, I didn't think of that.
Like if I was gonna have, like if I could have, you know, if I had 5 meals and I was the only 5 meals I'd ever get to have for the rest of my life, chicken parmesan would be one of the 5 of the meals because it's like my favorite.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
you know, it's really funny. It's really hard for me because my wife has got the weirdest favorite meal. She likes a little bit of everything. So if you were going to go out and say, I'm going to pick up dinner tonight, what would you like? She'll say like, I'd like half a hamburger. I'd like 1 taco.
Yeah.
Like about a handful of fries.
That's not high maintenance.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like fat? Do you guys what kind? Do you guys have Chipotle in Canada?
We don't.
No,
that's
we
like
don't.
my favorite. That's like my absolute favorite. Like better than fast food.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think
I like
almost
Chipotle, and we have this other place called Dickie's. It's like ribs and barbecue pork and stuff like that. Those are my 2 favorite
I'm more
places.
of a health food than he is. I don't eat shit. I don't like McDonald's, any of those fast food poison houses. I love all of them. I don't like meat. I'm not carnivorous at all. I will eat pork chops that I like and sausage, Italian style, but cooked in the sauce, so you don't know what it is.
Okay.
When Thanksgiving comes and they carve a turkey, I leave the room. I can't bear the thought that we're cutting up a bird and eating it.
But he eats it. He just doesn't want to watch him cut
I really
it.
eat it just because it's tradition and my daughter cooked it.
Yep.
But I'm not a meat eater. I love pastas and vegetable pastas and rice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Italian food I really like. Not because I was raised on it, but because it happens to be delicious kitchen, the Italian kitchen.
No, chicken parmesan and bolognese, like fettuccine bolognese, those are like my 2.
I wish Jimmy would eat more like I do. He'll be 80 and healthy.
Have you ever had a seafood linguine, Jimmy?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, that's my go-to when we're eating.
He doesn't eat seafood, but I love it.
No,
I'm
but
not a seafood fan myself.
I've made you linguinis. What it is it's when I make it. Jesus,
You make the clam one.
the clam one. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but no, it's not the same as you putting like lobster and shrimp.
Oh, no. You mean you like the Del Mare of the ocean? That's different. He said linguine.
No, he said seafood linguine. Have I had seafood linguine?
Seafood with linguine, meaning all those.
I love.
No.
I love like lobster and shrimp, surf and turf with the steak. I mean, those are like my go-to. I could eat it every day type things.
I make linguine and clam sauce.
Yeah, he makes linguine.
Okay,
It's
well,
actually
that would be
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is it like a creamy clam sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tristan Rogers. You know who Tristan Rogers is? Do you know Tristan? Tristan Rogers is #1 soap star on soap opera.
General Hospital.
Scorpio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And when he comes to our home for dinner, he always says, "Ron, are you making linguine with clam sauce?" Because that's his favorite, and he loves the way I make it. So it's nice when you have a friend that loves one thing that you make. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So I do make it. I'll make an extra one on this. I do red and white.
Okay. Very nice. Hey, Matt, aren't you a General Hospital fan? I thought you were a big soap opera man, weren't you?
So it's funny.
I was.
No,
Yeah.
Hang on, Matt is.
I never saw one.
Hang on.
So my grandparents used to watch it back when it was like I remember like Sonny and Brenda and and the 2 sons. Tony, what were the 2 sons' names?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
No, I know a bunch of people though, like back from Luke and Laura days.
Yes, Luke and Laura days. Yes.
Yeah, Luke and Laura days. So Sean Kanan's a very good friend of ours. He was in the Karate Kid 3, and he's on that. And he was on that. And what's the other guy's name? I went to Super Soap Weekend with a celebrity, Stephen. He used to go by Stephen Martinez. And now he goes by a different name, but he was one of the Cassadine. He was like one of the main guys on that for many, many years. Now he's a country singer. Okay. And But we live in Palm Springs, and Palm Springs is like soap opera, like Mecca. You know, they all have houses here.
They're all our friends.
Yeah, so we know them all. Judith Chapman, Bobby Eakes, who now moved.
All the soap stars.
Yeah, all the soap operas. Michael Damian's his friend. Like all the big soap people are all.
But out of all of them, I love Sean Kanan. And
Sean Kanan is awesome.
And
he may be on Cobra Kai.
Let me tell you about Sean Kanan and his wife.
Sean's actually coming on our show in a couple of weeks again. Sean.
Sure.
Yeah,
when he comes on, remind him. Say, Ron said, don't forget you and your wife are cooking in his house soon.
All right.
Because I got backed up. I have a problem. I don't drink. So if I have 1 or 2 martinis, I get loaded. And when I cook, I shouldn't drink because I forget I'm cooking. I sit in the living room with the guests and everything is burning. So Sean quickly went and made the salad, and his wife, Michelle, finished the cooking. And I said, you know what? He's a superstar. And people think that stars don't do anything like real people. Not true. So Sean was here not long ago for a minute, and he said, Ron, when are we, Michelle and I, coming over to cook with you? And I said, as soon as my shot gets to 2 weeks after. So now next week, my shot will be okay. I can have people over, and I will have Sean and Michelle over to cook dinner for a group of friends.
I'm hoping that he's going to be on the next season of Cobra Kai. He
and
can't
also,
tell you.
If they don't, that show can tank for all I care. Like, I mean, he needs to be on there. Mike Barnes.
I mean, they've been showing a lot of flashbacks of him because I'm finishing season 3 now, and he's a very cool guy. He wrote a book called Success Factor X. And I wrote the foreword to it, and it went to #1 on Amazon. And it's a really great book. And now he's got a new book coming out called Way of the Cobra. And
he's a really
good guy, and he's a huge soap opera star. Now he's doing a bunch of other movies. He just texted us that he's going away. He's going to be gone for a couple of weeks. He's shooting a movie with Bruce Willis. I don't know why not.
Because they get crazy, these fucking people. But no, he's a sweetie pie in person. He's down to earth.
You'll love him.
One of us guys. And he's also, I'm sure he will be, he'll be in my new movie, playing my son.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, because he's perfect for the part.
Very, very cool. Now,
I believe in hiring friends before strangers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Astro.
So, Jimmy, I have to ask you, with the title Dr. Jimmy Star, what are you a doctor of?
Actually, I have a doctorate in education. I just went to school a lot, basically. Okay. And I didn't want to use that handle, but then I used it and got hundreds of thousands of followers. And then I thought if I change it, people won't be able to find me. So I kept it.
And you know what? There was a Dr. Brown soda. So, you know. Did you have it in Canada, Dr. Brown soda?
We have Dr. Pepper.
There you go.
No,
it's the same.
It was a cream soda.
No, I actually did go to school. I have degrees.
It was it was a soda called Dr. Brown's. It was a cream soda.
Okay.
So I thought to myself, anybody could be a doctor.
Yeah.
I used to play doctor when I was a kid. No, when I was a kid, I used to play doctor with this girl Lillian from down the block, and I'd make her take off her panties, and I used to get a popsicle stick with dirt on it and put it near her snatch as medicine. So, you know, I was a doctor. I was a doctor. I was a little boy. What did I know?
Oh, B. Claudia just joined us, too.
I thought the slit was to put dirt in. I didn't know. It was like maybe I was going to plaster it up. You know,
amazing.
I couldn't have been more than 7.
Yeah.
At least I knew what snatch looked like at 7, more than most guys.
Yeah.
Most gay guys never even saw a snatch.
But not least followed by the words, "It's horrifying."
Yeah, a lot of gay guys think. A lot of gay
guys like, ooh.
No, a lot of gay guys think the pussy has teeth.
Put a Band-Aid on it. Is that a wound?
Oh no! Have you guys ever seen that movie Teeth?
Yes, I have.
Please.
That's the man-eating vagina, isn't it?
I love that movie. I think that movie is hilarious. Ron's never seen it.
I will never see it. Just like I won't see the caterpillars.
Oh, Human Centipede. I love Human Centipede.
Oh my God.
Centipede.
I had all the people before Ron was on the show. We had everybody from the first Human Centipede. We had everybody like on our show. We did a Human Centipede show.
It's the lowest form of entertainment. It's disgusting.
Have you seen that movie? It's a good movie.
Yeah, all the scat freaks liked it.
I've definitely seen the screenshots for it. I understand the purpose behind the Human Centipede. That I have not seen the movie.
I had to watch watch it. I had to
It
know.
is vulgar, disgusting.
No, it's good.
Matt's the. It doesn't matter what you tell him. If you give him something, you just put that bug in his ear. He has to look it up.
Yeah, I'll try anything once and twice if I like it.
Yep.
The first Human Centipede movie is really good. The second two are stupid because the first one, it's a 3-person centipede. The second one is a 12-person centipede. The third one, they make everybody in the prison, every prisoner has to become a part of the centipede. So then it's like 500 people centipede, or some stupid shit.
That's too many.
Crazy.
Too much centipede.
Yeah, so that one's stupid. But the first one was actually really like well done and really cool. I mean, it's disgusting.
Well done.
It's disgusting, but it's very cool.
Whoever wrote that was a scat freak, loves shit. And then Jimmy goes further. You know what he tells me? Oh, he said, did you know there are people that, I got to do this right. I slide, well, not me, but the person slides under a glass table while the other person makes
defecates on the table
on the
watch
table,
it come.
And you're watching it as it hits the table. I said, and they say gay people are weird. These are straight people. Getting shit upon under a glass table.
There's all kinds of weird things.
Oh yeah.
So I went out with someone who was a sexologist, and they had, got a doctorate in sexology, and they had all these tapes of like people who like to dress up like little babies, and that's how they are all day. And there's like, so that people have weird fetishes, and then there was mostly straight people. It really wasn't gay people.
Yeah, that's I know, right? It's the straight people who are most messed up.
Yes.
Oh, we have very disgusting gay people too. I mean, I could tell you I won't tell you stories, but I mean, no, seriously, I could blow a whole big thing right now by saying Tippi Hedren, Tippi Hedren from the Birds, and from Marnie is a dear friend of mine, and I interviewed her. And if you could watch my interview on YouTube, you'll get some dirt. But she told me what Hitchcock wanted her to do. Of course, I will never repeat it because she asked me not to. But it was like
disgusting.
It was like golden time, if you get it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It was a golden experience.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Say hi to B. B's in the chat room.
Hey B, how are you? What's going on in Germany? Where's my beef? Not my beef stroganoff.
She gave you the recipe for that.
I don't know where your recipe went. Must have gone to China because I never got it. But anyway, Tippi said that Alfred Hitchcock was just off the wall and very, very, very possessive and loved her he would have ate her up alive sexually. I mean, she's a beautiful woman at 94. She's still stunningly beautiful and a sweetie. And I love Tippi. She's so nice. She's a nice girl.
Who would have known that Alfred Hitchcock?
Out of my ear.
Fuck you. What? No, Tippi Hedren is a lovely lady. Lovely girl. Lovely. And he ruined her career for 7 years.
Wow.
Because she wouldn't ball him. He said, you're not working. I'm holding your contract for 7 years. And she was so hot. After she did Marnie, everybody wanted her. And the poor thing, he wrecked her career because he couldn't get that fat pig. I mean, really. How do you do that? Because a woman won't fuck you, you ruin her career? That's terrible.
Well, that's kind of
so
like
I'm a fan of his. I love his work, but I don't love him.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? In this business, you don't have to like everybody. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, there's a reason I don't just like him because he frowns. I don't like him because of what he did to my friend Tippi.
Yeah,
I think it's awful.
There are a lot of dirtbags, though. Yes.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's very hard for new people to kind of come up in the business and try to navigate through a lot of that.
Well, he went after everybody, and I said to Tippi, "How come not Janet Leigh?" He never mentioned wanting to ball Janet Leigh. And Tippi said that's because she was Jewish. So add that layer.
Going back to what you said,
he was an anti-Semite as well.
Yeah.
Add that layer to Alfred Hitchcock.
But you're right. And like people coming into the business now, I don't know that they know what they're in for. And I mean, I think everybody thinks it's going to be like you get on a reality show and like you're famous, like a Kardashian or something, but that's totally like not real. And people don't realize you actually have to put in the work to get someplace.
Yes.
Like I told somebody in another interview, I forgot who it was. I said, it's very hard getting to be number one, but it's so much harder staying number one.
Oh, 100%. Right.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
You get there, but it's hard staying there.
you know, it's almost a good thing not to look at the numbers, right? Because you
I
become
don't.
obsessed
He
by the
does.
numbers. Yeah, you become obsessed by the numbers, and then you start to worry or panic when things start dropping down. And
I agree with you 100%. I'm
Yeah.
in the business for work, not competition.
I actually don't worry about the numbers so much anymore as I used to.
Quiet, the two of you pieces of
I'm
shit.
just trying
Stop
to.
it.
I'm just trying to, like, you know, like we're on 150 platforms or something
yeah,
like that. I've picked out my favorite 5, so I basically like iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts now, but I just started promoting it 2 weeks ago. Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube. Those are basically my main like 4, even though we're on like 150, because you can't promote every outlet that you're on. It's physically like impossible. So you got to kind of pick the ones that you like, and I just joined Chartable. But unfortunately, like, because I have like 5 RSS feeds and they only show one, it only shows my stats from like one. So I picked the RSS feed that I thought would be the best.
Yeah.
You know, I learned a million years ago when I started in the business, a very famous actor, I think it was Anthony Francioso, said to me, never ever compete in a scene because it shows and people won't like you. And I learned that you do not compete in this work. Those that do compete are very disliked in the business as well as by the audience. Like right now, I'm not competing with you. I love you guys. You're sweet. You're nice. I wish you good. I don't wish you to be like second to us.
You know what? I'd take second. That's okay.
No, I'm only teasing. I was a joke, you schmuck.
No, I actually think it's. I think because like I'm very active on Twitter. That's my main stay place to be in social media. And I think that, you know, I tweet with a whole bunch of people and everybody's in entertainment and everybody tries to help each other and build each other up. And so my whole idea is I'm not in competition. I think there's a place for everybody. And if everybody helped everybody, the world would be a better place. And the people who don't want to help are the people that I stay away from. Yeah. You know, like if you tag me in something and I'll share it, I have no problem whatsoever, you know, sharing things. You know, and other people do the same thing for me, and I think it's a mutually beneficial. I think it's fine. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who just want you to do stuff for them, never want to do anything to help back, and those are the kind of people I stay away from. And you can build a great network of community of people to network with to help grow your show, your movies, your whatever it is that you're promoting.
Yeah.
I posted on Facebook recently, as you know, I'm happy with writing a movie. I don't know anything else about it. I'm not going to produce it. I know my ass from my elbow, but I know how to write. And I was very hurt that none of the people from Palm Springs, friends, commented. Really? Everyone else did. Not one from Palm Springs commented. And I said to myself, that jealousy is so immature. It has to be jealousy because they comment if I write a pasta recipe. Okay?
You ever notice though on Facebook that like you can say, oh, I just won $1 million, and like nobody will comment, and then you say, shit, my dog died or something, and then you get 8,000 people commenting.
Yeah,
you know, it's like people like to.
Well, it's because in those situations, people can take a second and make it about them, even though it's your shit.
Yeah,
and you know that's why people do that. It's actually I was just watching this. It was like a little short on psychological behavior, but when people comment on the darker side of things, it's just so they can say, you know, oh, best wishes. That's like a 2-second window for them to say, oh, by the way, look I'm doing the social norm, you know, and then back to it. It's
I never thought of it that way, but you're right.
Yep.
You know
who your real friends are when you post the positive shit and they comment.
And they say, congratulations or way to go. I always congratulate everybody.
Yeah.
Like on stuff if I see it.
I was just having this conversation with someone the other day, and it's truly goes to show where this world is going when even your friends can't celebrate in your victories with you. Like, I don't care if like a friend won $1 million, $1 billion. I'd be so happy for them and how that's going to change their life potentially. And you know, like I just find that if that ever came back the other way, people don't. Either people are going to be there with their hands out, or they're not going to congratulate you. And it's a very sad thing. Like, I mean, I would never use a social media platform to bitch or crap about things. Like, I don't find that's.
I never do.
Right.
If I have something going like wrong, or if I have a problem with a person, I'll contact that person.
Yeah.
and talk to that privately, but never out in a public forum. And the people who do that, I think, are absolutely ridiculous.
I don't do
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
speak generally speaking when I write my posts. My grandmother was born when Abraham Lincoln was shot. My grandmother had my mother when she was 44 years old. My grandmother was an old, smart lady, couldn't read or write. But you know what she told me? Ronnie, when you get married, make sure you're not the first one among your friends to buy your wife a fur coat. And I said, why, Nornie? She said, because you'll lose all your friends.
It's a good point.
Jealousy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the
Beware
worst
of jealousy. And this happened. I started off when I started off in this business 76 years
63.
63 years ago. Imagine I was in the fucking business 60. I should have owned it. But anyway, my friends made fun of me. They goofed on me. You know, I came from a rough neighborhood. And then when I said I was in a movie with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter, they go, you're full of shit. You're lying. You're making it up. Oh, I was so hurt. Because their mentality couldn't believe that people from my neighborhood could be an actor. And, you know, my mother even said to me, yo, Hollywood's waiting for you. Get a job. Never mind acting. Hollywood's just waiting for you. And it was very discouraging that nobody believed in me.
Yeah.
And as I grew and as I started to go on Charlie Zane, all that shit that I did on TV and prior to TV and my nightclub act, people started to leave me. Friends just didn't know me anymore. They said, you've changed. And I said, I haven't changed. I've grown.
Yeah.
There's a difference between changing and growing.
Wait till you get to the point where you're at like $500,000, like 500,000 listens an episode. People will totally like treat you differently.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I learned. I said, now
I won't. I'll be like, good for you. Fuck yeah. Way to go.
I used to say to my friends, yes, I've learned. I know what champagne tastes like now. When I lived with your neighborhood, I only knew what it was. And there's a difference. And as I got celebrities for friends, I mean, geez, I mean, Bernadette Peters, people like that would be in my home. My friends just couldn't deal with it. They just left me like rats on a ship. They said, I've changed. I got snobby. I got high class. I got phony. Go fuck yourself. I never got any of that.
Yeah. But sometimes
my world changed.
do you ever think that it's just an excuse for them not to be, they're not putting themselves in a situation where they have to constantly be jealous. So they just distance themselves from you. Not you, it's them, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. I've had some of them after 30 years confess to me, I'm so sorry that, we drifted apart, but I couldn't deal with your lifestyle. I said, hey, just a minute. You were never in my life. My life was when I used to go to, Lauren Bacall's house, make believe. No, you did go. You weren't with me. You found out about it. When I was with you, we were downtown in Moe's Diner eating chopped liver on a bagel. So what kind of my life were you in? Where? I'm talking about one specific person who I'm friends with now on Facebook, my oldest friend. But they don't want you to change. And if you get to be where they wish they could have been, they really dislike you. And I hate that part.
You guys will see because you have a good show. So just wait. I mean, you got to remember, our show's been on. I started my show 14 years ago. So Ron's been on it for almost 10 years. But nobody even knew what a podcast was. It was like all brand new 14 years ago. Like I'm like one of the pioneers who came on at the very, very beginning.
And I said to Jimmy, I don't do radio. I'm an actor. Let's go out like we were the first podcast show to be, on video. Before anybody did what we're doing now, we were the first one.
Yeah, we've been doing video for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody else has been doing it for 2 or 3.
That's another reason why we're a success is because we were the first.
We were just the first one
where we had visual, and
now everybody's doing it. But that since the coronavirus, there were 750,000 podcasts before the coronavirus. Now there's 1.5 million, so it's doubled since people have been home. Right. So you have a lot of people trying to come in and do it, but you can, you see by who's actually watches. A lot of them aren't,
but they're plastic.
Watching.
A lot of them are plastic. Yeah. These guys are warm.
Yeah, you guys have a good show.
I feel affection from you. I do.
Thanks, guys.
Warm. I feel warm from the both of you.
Yeah, we genuinely appreciate that, especially because you guys are you know, you've been doing it a long time. You know what you're doing. You have a great following, and so that actually means a lot to us. So thank you.
That's very good. Like I said, you guys in the scene snobs, because I when we go on, like, you know, we've been on probably during COVID, we've probably done like 100 shows, and it's nice, you know, everybody's nice and everybody's fun, but I don't see every show being successful, but I do see your show being successful.
We've done over 50 interviews with like this.
No, about 100.
100
between the two of us.
Do I know 150 is the same to me a lot. And one guy said to me after the podcast, not you took the show away from me, but you were better than I in the show, or whatever. And I said, listen, buddy, you wanted me on, I went on. I did my thing. If my thing made you feel less than me, that's your problem, not mine. But think of your ratings, because when people see the show, they're going to like me. Whether they like me or you, it doesn't matter, as long as they like what's going on. You're not selling yourself ass work. You know what I mean? You're selling the guests. If you have Sophia Loren on your show, you're going to get a zillion views. Or I should say somebody else. But anyway, so a lot of these.
If you get Ryan Reynolds on, it'll go through the roof.
and he'll be right there with them.
That's right.
So a talk show host that's so egotistical that he thinks it's his show and it's all about him and he has to shine and he has to be the one is a fool. Because I always said this forever. I said I couldn't stand seeing Frank Sinatra sing for an hour. I was itchy. I had enough of him. Oh, enough of Frank Sinatra in Las Vegas. Oh, nobody could take more than an hour of Sinatra. So if you can't take more than an hour of Sinatra, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
You know, the fact that we've been on for an hour and 40 minutes.
No,
I know. I was just
everybody left an hour ago.
No, that's bullshit. Because he knows that he's got a good show going right now because he's got fun guys and he's playing with us and we're back and forthing it and it's going to be a good show. We're going to get a lot of hits.
So here's what we're going to try to do, you guys. We got to try to work on getting Ryan Reynolds and Mark Hamill and do a crossover show. And Jason Statham for him, and I want Charlize Theron, and try and do like a crossover show where all of us get to like talk to all of them and do some kind of huge thing. We could probably charge money. And see what we can do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on trying to get those 4 people. So we all get one here. There's Ian.
That's fantastic.
This has been a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Where do you see these people that are coming in?
Over here.
I can't see without my glasses.
Oh, Ian, Mike, Bo. Mike must be your brother, right?
He is. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, what's up? He likes Sophia Loren. He wants Sophia Loren. Mike's Anthony's brother.
You know what? I made a movie with her when I was 19. Yeah. And I would love to contact her now and have her on our show. I'm not wondering now that she's starting to make film again that I doubt she'll remember me, but the fact that we did have some kind of a rapport might help. I feel I might get Sophia on the show. Of course, it'll be a clean show. Be no cursing, no carrying on. It would be a very dignified show. And we do dignified once in a while. We had Morgan Fairchild on recently, and we did dignified. And we had Monica Henry on, and we were very dignified. And then, and then yesterday we had Dave Sheridan, who's the fucking greatest, coolest guy ever. Did you guys ever see the movie Scary Movie?
Yes. Yep.
He's doofy.
Who couldn't wait to see that I saw him undressing when we were in a film together, and how Ron knows how big it is.
He's a great guy.
And you know what? He went in the bathroom. He never undressed in front
of me. He was a great guy.
But I didn't want to blow his joke.
And Doofy's such a great character.
I still remember. I told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
And he did some voices for us, because one thing we didn't know is he's actually the voice in Scary Movie. He's the voice of the Ghostface Killer.
See, I didn't know
has the original mask, so he put the original mask on for us yesterday and did the voices of it.
Amazing!
So cool.
So we did a movie together. And he was my hero because the director was not very nice to me. He was an old friend, too. He was very, very, treated me with ageism. And what's his name, stuck up for me?
Dave Sheridan.
Yeah, he stuck up for me. He's a good guy. Also, he's going to play the mafia boss in my movie.
Oh, wow. That's
So
excellent.
it'll be fun working with him again. I think we're working in another film together also. I think we're in. I think he's in Clowney. Oops, I'm sorry.
Very nice. Yeah.
We'll have you guys come on our show one time too, just the same since you to do a reciprocation. That's what we did with the Scene Snobs because we liked them and we had a blast with them.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
sometime in the upcoming future, we'll have you guys come on as one of our guests. I'll wait till I get a really good first guest so we can do a little
Are you in a rush
crossover.
to go? I'm not.
No,
I
but,
mean,
but I think people are gonna like. No, this is live.
Oh, this is live.
Yeah,
We go live.
Oh, you didn't tell
this
me.
is live, and so
I want to apologize. To
No, not at all.
No, don't apologize.
I thought you'd edit all that shit out.
no.
No, no.
Oh my! I discussed everybody's dick too. Those guys are going to be either proud or sad. I don't know what. But oh my God! All the women out there know who's hung in our circle.
Right? Thank
We're
you,
live?
ladies. You could just thank Ron now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't say live anyway. It's like-
Yeah,
You're-
it does,
you're-
right there, live, 1 hour and
but I
44
can't. I
minutes.
can't read that.
Everybody's female
It's live on
viewership just went
Facebook
through
right
the
now. That's
roof.
how all these
That's
people
right.
came in. They knew that we were on Facebook. It's live on Facebook right
You
now.
have so what are they saying? He's disgusting. Get that
No,
whole
not
bag
yet.
off?
Not once. Not
No,
No,
once.
they
one.
love you
Yeah.
guys.
Yes. Yeah. You know,
Actually, we do have one. Are you guys on Apple Podcasts? I just started
We are.
trying
We're
to
live.
promote it,
Holy
and we
shit.
got a bunch of ratings, and so we recently got our first negative rating. We have 254 5-star ratings, and then a 2-star rating where the lady said the two guys are like pervs.
That's because
No.
after listening to our show, she got wet.
Yep.
And nobody wanted to
Woo.
satisfy her. So she's a frustrated old cunt.
You know, it's really funny, and that's why I wanted to throw that disclaimer up at the very beginning, because there was no way after seeing your show while I sit through an editing session.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We would lose all the amazing content if that was the case.
Absolutely.
I really didn't know you were alive.
No, that's okay.
Now that I know you're alive, I have to make a plea. Send out a bargain plea. Everyone out there in Canada, New York, America, wherever the hell you are, please go on Lainey Kazan's page on Facebook and say, Lainey, we want you in Ron's movie.
She's gonna be in it anyway.
Yeah.
I know she's going to be in it, but I want to make her feel good.
I'll even jump over there and post that myself.
Yeah,
There
you
you go.
post it on her page
Hey,
too.
Astro.
And this way she'll know, because I got over 100 people so far that said, we would love to see you and Lainey together. We would love Lainey to be in your movie.
Yeah.
Lainey has to be in it because I wrote it for her in her words.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, you know, she plays a Jewish Brooklyn bookie. And her dad was a bookie. Lainey Kazan, for real.
Okay.
Her father. So she knows what that's all about.
Mm-hmm.
And the lingo or the dialogue that I wrote is totally Brooklyn mafia. Because, you know, I grew up with a lot of famous names, as you know, in the, how shall we say, business.
Yes.
And I know their lingo, and I know their phraseology and their kind of stuff. So it's going to be a very funny movie because I write comedy. It's a dark comedy movie, and we're looking for the funding. I don't know how many million we
right
need.
now. This is the perfect time to jump in.
Yeah, but we don't have a line producer yet to give us the amount of money that we need to produce the film.
In the meantime, since he's putting it out there, I've got a slate of films going, everybody, and anybody who knows money who hooks me up, there's a 5% finder's fee. So if you can find me $1 million, you can make 50 grand.
Good to know. Good to know.
Well,
that's fantastic.
On his movie too. It'll work that way on his movie too.
The guest we had yesterday was this stunningly handsome, well-dressed, beautiful body, 40-year-old man, absolutely stunning. And Jimmy said to me, be careful. I don't think we should have him on. He's a snob. I don't think you're going to like him. He's very, very, straight-laced. And I said, don't worry, I'll warm him up. Well, 2 minutes into our show, if you saw it, we became the best of friends. And he was
I think he had his shirt off at one point.
Well, no,
No, that was the second one.
he was,
Yeah.
he was dirty, and he was dirtier than I. And I find out that he finances movies. He's worth $100 million, by the way.
Yeah.
And I found out,
And he's also a Canadian.
So,
Oh yeah, he's Canadian. You're right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
and I said to him, "Do you have any money for my film?" He said, "Well, he does the starter. First 500 he'll put in, as long as other people put the rest." I suspect our film shouldn't be more than 3.5 million, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe less.
Maybe
Anyway,
less.
Shush, quiet, you guys.
And that's not a great sum of money to get anymore. Years
all
ago,
our dogs are freaking out.
years ago, there's all the money in the world years ago.
Quit doing
But
that.
the dog did it. Don't blame me. Snatch face.
The dogs are officially telling you that they're not getting your attention, and then
Yeah.
They're not getting it.
I know. No,
This one always
they're
does
barking
that.
at the dogs outside. People
Oh.
walk their dogs, and they're rude. They
That's
walk
pain
their
I know
dogs
so
on
well.
our lawn. On
So
our
Anthony,
lawn.
you have a caricature, but Maddie, do you have one? I don't see.
Oh
it.
yeah,
he does. I'm
Anthony's
actually
in the
standing
way.
of it. Let me.
Oh.
You know what I'll do is I'll show you. I don't know if it'll. Oh no, it won't come up there either. I'll just move over. I think. There he is.
What is that?
That's their cartoon characters of
Where
themselves.
where is it?
Behind, right there.
Oh, I see. Oh,
There you go.
you guys don't look like that. Oh, they're hysterical. Look, move over. I got to see that again. Move. Oh, that is so funny.
That's cute.
Matt
Who
can pull that
who
face
did
off. actually.
those? Who's the artist that did them?
I did those.
Yeah,
Who-
Tony.
You,
Oh,
you
wow.
did
And
them?
And I did our
Yeah,
I was
theme
a
song.
graphic designer for like 12 years.
Oh,
what
that's
did you
cool.
think of our comic book cover? Didn't they make me look gorgeous? I looked
loved it.
21.
I love
I
it.
looked 21. I couldn't have. I was going to kiss the artist. When I
both
meet the
look great.
artist, I'm going to tongue
That's
kiss
like
him.
my thing is like to be in comic. I always want. Now we're in 2 comic books, but like everything I do now, I want to turn into a comic book so we can like
Oh, what's
have
it-
more
what's the
comic
what's the
books.
other comic book we're in?
Soho Johnny's comic book.
I never saw it.
It's okay. You're in it.
But how come I never saw it?
Well, it's not out yet.
Oh.
But it's out. We have it. But
And what
it's
do
not
I
out.
play in it?
Yourself.
Doing what?
Saving the world. You're the one who helped save the world.
I saved the world.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
Those are big shoulders you have to have for that. If
I
anything,
love
speaking of which, Jimmy, you look really buff in that comic book cover.
Yes, actually, and I'm getting really. I lost 27 pounds.
Oh, congrats, man.
Since-
Now he's a size 8.
I lost 27 pounds in the last 4 months, and so I because even now I'm looking at my face on here, looking. Wow, my face doesn't look anywhere near like fat like it did. So
Oh,
it makes me happy.
don't post that on. Don't post your weight loss on Facebook. No one will comment.
Yeah, I know. Nobody will say that. Be like, we liked you when you were a fat slob.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why
That's
is
just because people are mean on Facebook, and when good things happen, they never say anything. So
No, I have people that do say on my page are kind and very nice because they say my page is not a battleground. If you're coming on my page to start trouble and fight, I don't say a word. I just say goodbye. You're gone.
It's good.
Finito, ciao.
There's
I
no
don't
reason why
argue with
anyway.
morons.
I don't understand that either. Why, if you don't like something that somebody posts, why don't you just pass? I never write a negative thing. If somebody posts something I don't like, I just skip it. I don't leave a comment, and I don't like it, and I just go to the next thing. I don't understand why people
I
do
only
that.
write about Eileen Shapiro's tits. I do all my Eileen Shapiro jokes. I love them.
It'd be hilarious if you
I
created Eileen Shapiro's tits its own Facebook group.
I know.
I have news for you. You know what? She tells everybody, I thank Ron Russell so much for making my tits famous.
She uses the word boobs.
Boobs. And it's true. I mean, I write jokes about her constantly, about her boobs.
Yeah.
And she loves it. She's a doll. I love her so much. We're staying with her when we go to New York in May, and I can't
amazing.
wait. She's got a huge house. Her house is like a friggin' Holiday Inn. It's big house.
We've got some friends down in New York area, so I had told.
She's on Long Island. She lives on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yep.
And that's where I'm from half of my life. And I've got so many friends there. And I'm going to celebrate my 80th birthday, which it really will be my 81st birthday when we do it, because no one was able to celebrate it here because of COVID. Stop it. Stop it. You're ruining everything. Stop listening.
Anyway, I have to go to work.
Okay.
Oh, the long guy's here. Oh, the long guy's here. Shit.
Oh, he's going to ring the bell.
All right.
He rang the bell.
Yep, there they go.
Yep.
The lawn man is here to cut the lawn.
Okay. Well, guys, it has been honestly a pleasure, and we got the carpet now.
Focus now.
Yep.
Rescue 3 dogs.
All right, so we gotta
You're
go.
ready your mind.
Hey, guys, we need to say goodbye.
Yes.
All right,
Hey guys, I gotta go. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank
pleasure.
you.
Please stay in touch, and we'd love to have you back.
Listen, you're the best. Shut the fuck up, everybody. The best to all of you because you two are terrific.
You
and
as
I
well.
think you've got something good here. I
Thank
think
God.
you have a good rapport. I've been studying you as you've been bullshitting. And you are, I like that gimmick you did with the game show thing. That was clever. Your show was interesting. Even if I wasn't on it, it would be interesting. If Jimmy was on it, it would be good at late night. Make you go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's true. Well,
Thanks so much, Ron.
It has been
Thank
honestly
you
a
so
pleasure.
much, and I'll see you guys on our. Shut up! I'll see you guys on our show.
You betcha.
Can't wait.
Cowboys.
Excellent. Have a great night.
You too. Bye bye.